On November 24, 1971, a man using the alias D.B. Cooper hijacked a commercial flight, extorted $200,000 in ransom, and then parachuted into the night, never to be seen again. His daring escape has become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. The case of D.B. Cooper has captivated the public's imagination, symbolizing both the audacity of a lone criminal and the limitations of law enforcement. Today we'll explore the intriguing case of D.B. Cooper, examining the events of the hijacking, the exhaustive investigation, and the myriad of theories that have captivated the public for decades. We'll look into the meticulous planning of the hijacking, the aftermath, and the ongoing mystery surrounding Cooper's fate. The story of D.B. Cooper is more than just a crime. It's a legend that continues to fascinate and baffle. D.B. Cooper is the alias of an unidentified man who boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 from Portland to Seattle. Described as a middle-aged man in his mid-40s, he wore a business suit, a black tie, and carried a briefcase. His calm demeanor and professional appearance allowed him to blend in seamlessly with other passengers, setting the stage for his audacious crime. Flight 305 was a short 30-minute trip, carrying 36 passengers and a crew of 6. Cooper's decision to hijack this particular flight was strategic, as the short duration minimized the time for passengers to notice anything unusual before the plane landed for refueling. Cooper chose his moment carefully, waiting until the plane was airborne before making his move. The early 1970s were a turbulent time in the United States, marked by political unrest and a growing mistrust of authority. Amid this backdrop, Cooper's audacious crime captured the public's imagination and became a symbol of rebellion. The hijacking occurred during a period of numerous aircraft hijackings, though Cooper's remains the most famous due to its mysterious and unsolved nature. Cooper's crime resonated with a public disillusioned by political scandals, economic struggles, and the aftermath of the Vietnam War. His ability to outwit the authorities and disappear into the night made him a folk hero to some, symbolizing a defiance against the establishment. The case quickly entered the realm of pop culture, influencing books, movies, and even songs. Shortly after takeoff on November 24, 1971, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant, Florence Schaffner, stating he had a bomb. He demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle for refueling. The flight crew complied with his demands, and upon landing in Seattle, Cooper released the 36 passengers in exchange for the money and parachutes. The note's contents and Cooper's calm instructions indicated he had a clear plan and was prepared for various contingencies. During the stopover in Seattle, the authorities worked frantically to meet Cooper's demands. The cash was gathered in non-sequential $20 bills, and the parachutes were procured from a local skydiving school. Cooper's choice of 4 parachutes suggested he might take hostages with him, adding pressure on the authorities to comply. After refueling, Cooper directed the flight crew to fly toward Mexico City at a low altitude and slow speed. Somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper opened the rear stairway and parachuted into the stormy night with the ransom money. Despite an extensive search, no trace of Cooper was found. The daring nature of his escape, jumping from a commercial jetliner into the night, added to the mystique of his legend. Key pieces of evidence include the tie and tie clip Cooper left on the plane, the parachutes, and the money, none of which provided definitive leads. In 1980, a young boy found $5,800 in decaying $20 bills along the Columbia River, which matched the serial numbers of the ransom money, sparking renewed interest but yielding no conclusive answers. The found money suggested that at least part of the ransom made it to the ground, but it provided no further clues about Cooper's fate. Examination of the tie revealed particles of rare earth metals, suggesting that Cooper might have worked in manufacturing or at a chemical plant. Despite these clues, no definitive leads emerged from the forensic analysis. The tie clip and other items were analyzed for fingerprints, but the results were inconclusive. The FBI launched an extensive investigation dubbed NORJAC, Northwest Hijacking. Agents interviewed hundreds of suspects, followed countless leads, and combed the wilderness where Cooper was believed to have landed. But the investigation was hindered by a lack of concrete evidence and Cooper's meticulous planning. The FBI's efforts included skydiving experts, military personnel, and local law enforcement agencies. The search for Cooper involved ground teams, helicopters, and fixed-wing aircraft. The dense forest and rugged terrain of the Pacific Northwest posed significant challenges. Despite the extensive search, no sign of Cooper or the remaining ransom money was found. The vast, rugged terrain of the Pacific Northwest made the search for Cooper and the ransom money exceedingly difficult. Additionally, the passage of time and changing environmental conditions further complicated the investigation. The lack of immediate leads and Cooper's apparent knowledge of aviation and survival tactics added to the complexity. Over the years, the FBI considered more than 800 suspects, including Richard Floyd McCoy, a hijacker with a similar modus operandi, and Dwayne Webber, who allegedly confessed on his deathbed. However, none of these suspects were definitively linked to the crime, and many theories were debunked upon closer examination. The exhaustive list of suspects included ex-military personnel, known criminals, and even Cooper impersonators. McCoy's hijacking of a United Airlines flight in 1972 bore striking similarities to Cooper's crime. However, differences in the details and McCoy's alibi for the night of Cooper's hijacking ultimately led the FBI to rule him out as a suspect. McCoy's eventual capture and conviction provided insights into hijacking methods, but didn't solve the Cooper mystery. Webber's deathbed confession intrigued investigators, especially after his widow provided details that seemed to match aspects of the case. However, DNA evidence and other discrepancies eventually led the FBI to discount Webber as a suspect. His story remains one of many tantalizing but ultimately unsubstantiated leads. Investigators used a variety of techniques, including interviews, polygraph tests, and forensic analysis. They followed leads from the public, analyzed recovered evidence, and even used psychological profiling in an attempt to identify Cooper. Despite their efforts, the combination of limited evidence and Cooper's careful planning left them with more questions than answers. Many theories have emerged about Cooper's identity and fate. Some believe he was an experienced paratrooper or military veteran due to his knowledge of aviation and parachuting. Others suggest he may have died during the jump, given the harsh conditions and the fact that no conclusive evidence of his survival has ever been found. Theories range from plausible to highly speculative, each adding a layer to the enduring mystery. Supporters of the survival theory point to the found money as evidence that Cooper survived the jump and deliberately discarded some cash to throw off investigators. Additionally, they argue that his meticulous planning and calm demeanor suggest a high level of expertise and preparedness. These theorists believe that Cooper managed to evade detection and lived out his life under an assumed identity. The type of parachutes Cooper requested has fueled speculation about his experience. The fact that he chose a specific model known for its reliability suggests he had prior knowledge or training. However, the harsh weather conditions and terrain where he likely landed pose significant survival challenges. Alternative theories propose that Cooper assumed a new identity and lived out his life in anonymity, blending into society. Some speculate that he had inside help or connections that facilitated his escape, but no substantial evidence has surfaced to support these claims. There are even theories proposing Cooper's involvement with organized crime or intelligence agencies, though these remain in the realm of speculation. The enduring fascination with the D.B. Cooper case has led to numerous amateur investigations and speculative theories. Books, documentaries, and online forums keep the discussion alive, with new theories and potential suspects regularly emerging. In recent years, the FBI has revisited the case using modern forensic techniques, including DNA analysis of the tie Cooper left behind. However, the results have been inconclusive and no matches have been found in the National DNA Database. Advances in technology offer hope, but so far they have not provided the breakthrough needed to solve the case. The D.B. Cooper case continues to fascinate the public, inspiring numerous books, documentaries, and even a feature film. The allure of the unknown and the audacity of Cooper's crime ensure that the mystery remains a topic of speculation and intrigue. Public interest has kept the case in the spotlight, with amateur sleuths and professional investigators alike trying to crack the code. The mystery of D.B. Cooper has cemented its place in American folklore. His story has inspired everything from fan theories to pop culture references, making Cooper an enduring figure of intrigue. The case has prompted discussions about aviation security, the capabilities of law enforcement, and the nature of true crime fascination. Periodically, the FBI and independent investigators release updates or new findings related to the case. While these updates keep the public engaged, they have yet to provide definitive answers. The case remains open, with the FBI officially suspending active investigation but still accepting credible leads. The mystery of D.B. Cooper is one of the most enduring unsolved cases in American history. His daring hijacking, bold escape, and the subsequent investigation have left a lasting mark on popular culture and criminal law. The story of D.B. Cooper continues to captivate and confound, symbolizing the allure of the unknown and the challenge of solving a seemingly perfect crime. What are your thoughts on the D.B. Cooper case? Do you think he survived the jump, or did he meet his end in the wilderness? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. If you found this deep dive intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest true crime investigations. Your engagement helps us continue to explore and uncover some of the most compelling mysteries in criminal history. Join us next time as we uncover another gripping tale of mystery and intrigue. The chilling case of the Long Island serial killer. We'll explore the investigation, the victims, and the elusive perpetrator who has left a trail of fear and unanswered questions.